As a small business owner, it becomes very difficult for us to stand out in a very crowded marketplace. What if we could build a story around the business and the brand to help it do that, to help position, to help manage, identify what audiences people think about our business? So that's what we are talking about today, essential elements of our brand identity for solo and small businesses. Hi, I'm Amit Suvarna. I'm an organic marketing strategist and coach that works for solo and small businesses. I come here every day, every weekday uh, at around 10 and rant about organic marketing that has helped my customers and is helping me build my own brand. So, that said, let's talk about these elements. First, we should talk about what a brand is and what it is not. What it is not is definitely just your logo or just your visual identity. Um while all of these things play a part, right? It's not the entire picture. So, to start off with, there are a couple of vital elements that each brand needs to have. While there are more than these are the few that I have seen have the largest impact. And these are those six. They are brand story, brand personality, your brand name, products and services, verbal identity, and visual identity, logo, and how your elements all come under the visual identity bit of it. So, brand story is basically how your brand came to be and what is its purpose. Brand personality is the way that it communicates with its internal and external stakeholders. Um, is it casual? Is it friendly? Is it professional? Um, is it quirky, humorous? All of those things. Brand name is obviously the name that you have given your business, plus basically maybe uh, an assortment of taglines and elevator pitch and so on and so forth. Then products and services, obviously your brand or business wouldn't stand without your products or services, so it is an active component of that. Verbal identity. uh, I think I mentioned elevator pitch before. If- Elevator pitch becomes part of the verbal identity. Also, the kind of personality, uh, the language that the personality imbibes becomes part of the verbal identity. Certain usage of words that are allowed or not allowed also may be part of it. And visual identity, right? How the brand looks, feels, so on and so forth. Then there are some other things that basically how the brand sounds. Maybe if you are a luxury clothing brand, then maybe in your merchandising and in your stores, there is a sort of music that is playing. Some of the largest luxury brands even think about how their products and spaces where you go to buy even smell. So that also becomes part of the identity. Now, how does brand identity help you? Brand identity helps you in multiple ways, especially when you need your audiences to recognize you. There is brand recall and recognition. So, generally, what a brand is, these are the words of one of the greats out there, Martin Neumeyer, is not what you say your brand is, but what others or your audiences or your customers say your brand is. So this means that while You don't have absolute control. You have a fair bit of responsibility to manage this image, right, of the brand. So, um, while managing that image, the chances are that we can position the business or the brand in the best possible way. And so that becomes a hallmark of using whatever we have at our disposal to create that brand image. What do people, audiences think about our brand? So that includes how you talk about your brand, what personality your brand has, what is uh, the verbal identity, the visual identity, how your products and services are packaged or sold on various marketplaces, all makes a big impact on how your audience perceives your brand. So the one bit about brand identity is yeah, brand identity is that you can use it to help people identify your brand. You create experiences, you create elements, you create assets, you create your products and services, your packaging, the lobby of your office, all of these different touch points to make that experience who you are, who the business is, and consistent across most touch points, right? Uh, One of my favorite examples is the Bata stores in India. The Bata stores in India all look, feel, and are experienced in very similar ways. They have same kind of shelving. The way they place their shoes are exactly the same. They will have a sale counter right in front, even if it is not really a high quality display. um, but the staff is friendly, they are kind of trained well. It all adds into that experience of a Bata store. And I for one, prefer a Bata store than maybe a Skechers store or a Nike store. Uh, that's me. This is not to say anything about Nike. I'm sure that the brand experience of Nike is exemplary. Um, so, yeah. So, in terms of identifying the brand, then we spoke about how brand identity helps manage the brand image. That means you're building the experience through these characteristics, through these assets, through these touch points, right? And helping people create that image of you, because ultimately a brand is like a reputation that is built. Reputation is built by how others perceive you and not what you say about yourself, right? Then we come to how a brand helps position. Brand identity helps position the brand. So if it is recalled and recognized, you manage the brand, then you can create uh, the positioning of the brand in the market. So that that way, it the positioning ends up being manageable, consistent. It helps the brand stand out, and it helps define a position in the market. So this is what I literally think about the essential elements that are there in brand identity that solo and small businesses can use. As a recap, there are vital elements that part of it, which is brand story, brand personality, brand name, products and services that your businesses has have, verbal identity, and visual identity. Um, all of this helps in positioning the brand in the best possible way, helping you manage the brand identity, and help you create consistency in marketing, messaging, and visual execution. So, with that, that is my time. Have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow.